Good morning, sir. This is Robbie, Karl, and Zihan. We are doing a broadcast of COVID-19 pandemic based on China. We are here to explain the science and INS aspect by analyzing the impact, background, and how people solve the problem, using three factors include economic, social, and politicals. So, background information. COVID-19 is the name of the current pandemic, which is caused by a type of coronavirus. So, its full name is SARS-CoV-2. COVID-19 was first discovered in a seafood market in Wuhan, China, in 2019, and then quickly spread to countries around the globe, sparking a multi-year pandemic that kills millions.
The People's Republic of China is a country in Asia, spanning almost all of East Asia. It has the largest population in the world with around 1.4 billion people and is the third largest country in the world in terms of land area of around 9.6 million kilometers squared. It is a socialist economic system, having almost all of the major countrywide services owned by the government. The country has been ruled by the Chinese Communist Party since 1949. The population consists of many ethnic groups, mostly consisting of the Han ethnic group.
Workers' employment made the worst global recession since World War II, and the global economic expected to shrink dramatically. The pandemic also affects global trading, international trading relationships. Coronavirus causes led China to border closure and restrict lockdowns. The travel industry faced economic challenges due to the travel restriction and low level of income for customers affected by the pandemic, costing the industry hundreds of billions of dollars. Restaurants and the food service business are also facing to close their door, and agricultural price and goods fell dramatically. But still, people and the company benefit from the pandemic. Medical companies and mask companies are making profit during COVID.
The COVID-19 pandemic has sparked a political contest for superiority, using this as an opportunity to try to upstage the other one. The US has been repeatedly criticizing and mocking China, saying that they ignored and tried to cover the flu for a while in the early stages. They also called the COVID-19 the Wuhan flu. China also has been trying to upstage the US by presenting their effective containment measures in the international stage. Even though this contest distracts them from the real problem, it also pushes them to complete and achieve more things. They push themselves using the contest, improving to compete with the other side. This also has a negative effect because the pandemic only provided more fuel for the full-fledged contest, which distracts them from the real problem. Both sides have their point and both sides have their mistakes, but in the end neither sides can benefit from all this quarreling.
The coronavirus pandemic has left Chinese society facing unemployment, education, economic regression, and insufficient resources. In China, the government asks people to stay at home. Because of it, some small and medium-sized enterprises cannot afford the enormous financial pressure to go bankrupt. Also, the same condition as those companies, the students and teachers cannot stay in schools. People cannot go to the public space too. The distance between people has become longer. People not longer dare to have close contact like before. However, the pandemic has given people better access to various multimedia and information technology products, and various software and products to have developed rapidly. It also gives people a better understanding of the importance of the internet. Overall, in China, society as a whole seems to be getting colder.
The nucleus of the coronavirus is a genetic blueprint called single stranded RNA, which makes the proteins needed by the virus and other components. Attached to its standard RNA are nucleoproteins that helps give the virus structure and enable it to replicate. The shell is made of the layer of lips, a wax barrier that contains fat molecules. The outer spike protein gives the virus its crown-like appearance under the microscope. and giving its name. Like all viruses, coronaviruses cannot reproduce and multiply outside a living host. And negative impacts. The virus travels down the airway and the lungs may be inflamed, making it difficult for breathing, which led to pneumonia, and a million died from the viruses. Positive impacts are there will be more scientific research based on COVID 19, and especially to discover and develop a more efficient vaccine and medical strategies for patient management so that it won't strike again.
The coronavirus uses the crown surface proteins to gain access to the cell, hijacking it and using it for resources to reproduce. Common symptoms are fever, shortness of breath, stuffy or runny nose, loss of smell or taste, or many more respiratory problems. Serious cases of COVID-19 result in pneumonia symptoms, where the air sacs in the lungs, called alveoli, are filled up with dead cell liquid, which causes parts of the lungs to receive little to no oxygen. If the condition goes critical and the immune system produces too much cytokine, it could probably kill not only infected cells, but also healthy cells. This has a positive effect on the environment because the reduction of production, commuting, and energy plants gives the environment time to recuperate. In China, there was an estimated 50% reduction of N2O and CO. They reduced 70% of the total domestic flights, reducing as much as 17% of the national CO2 emissions. But it also had a negative effect on society because people are scared and are panicking. They start discriminating agents because the virus came from China, and market fights happen because of the hoarding. This disrupts society as the people cannot follow the rules or be respectful to each other.
To prevent COVID-19, there are many ways that we need to focus on. Remembering to wear face masks when going outside, keeping crowded places to a minimum, and washing your hands frequently are all very useful preventive measures. Vaccines are also a method as it trains your body to react more efficiently in eliminating the virus. All of this prevention treatment not only can you effectively reduce your risk of getting infected, but you can also avoid infecting others. In the process of developing a vaccine, the scientific research teams are always need to spend a lot of time, effort, and money.
So, the treatment of COVID 19 is making effects on economic. There are both positive and negative. Luckily, the first COVID vaccine is developed by Dr. Özlem Teresi, the co-founder and the CMO of BioNTech. And full name is called Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. Now, there are four main types of COVID vaccine: Pfizer, Moderna, Novavax, and Sinovac. The increasing number of vaccination has a significant increase in the economy, with higher marginal economic benefits when vaccine overage is higher.
China imposed a zero COVID policy to eliminate all possible cases of COVID. In the Wuhan lockdown, the whole of China was providing medical resources, doctors, and nurses to the COVID center of Wuhan. It was all about speed, efficiency, strict and decisive actions, and also utilizing the whole country's resources. This was very good for China's political image, as they were very efficient and fast in reducing the cases, avoiding many disasters of hospitals overfilling and mass deaths. This is very good for China's image, as the efficiency of the reduction is better than any other country, building its reputation as an efficient, determined country that can solve any problem that they are facing. However, China also faced backlash because of its strict measures. They criticized China for being overly strict about the measures and not thinking about the people. This is not good for China's political image, as many countries are all criticizing China, painting China as a strict country that doesn't care about the citizens.
Against the COVID-19, the Chinese government asked everyone to stay at home, have social distance, and have quarantine if they get infected. Also, many Chinese people will worry about the safety of the COVID vaccine. After treatment, people can be reunited with their families and friends, which can give the infected people something to fall back on physically and emotionally. However, many medical solutions may be It destroys the original structure of the cell, such as many drug treatments. It may impact maternal and fetal health.
Overall, the COVID-19 pandemic have a mixed effect on the globe. The pandemic have a negative effect on the world, causing social unease, economic slowdown, and a distracting political conflict. Even though COVID-19 has devastating for the world, it also provided lots of learning opportunities that will surely help humanities in the future. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.